I'm starting off with a statement made by Dr. Ben Carson. Quote, growing up poor in Detroit, if I had believed, as critical race theory proponents claim, that my destiny was based on my race, I would not be where I am today. We cannot allow CRT to rob American children of that same hope that was instilled in me. Recently, author and professor Ibram Kendi, creator of so-called anti-racist doctrines that lie in the core of CRT, has claimed that CRT is an imagined monster concocted by conservatives as a scare tactic to deny talking about race. This is clearly false. To start, it's important to understand that the term anti-racism, as used by Kendi, which sounds non-threatening enough, does not mean what you think. Indeed, it's far from being racist. The ideology promoted by Kendi and fellow travelers is anything but. It redefines reality to assign guilt and blame based solely on race. Classifying persons in such a manner is literally the definition of racism. End quote. This is me. In the United States of America, our citizens are made up of an extraordinary number of vast backgrounds and cultures, and all have identical rights. There are majorities and minorities among all of us. If you choose to keep count and call yourself a minority based on your race or skin color, that's an interesting fact. However, if you choose to use that fact and claim that you can't achieve personal success because another race is more entitled, that's a whole different story. Teaching CRT is not about educating any of our children for success and not promoting a good work ethic. It promotes segregation, causes confusion, and manipulates children into guilt and submission. Parents, critical race theory is actually promoted on the Pennsylvania Public Schools government page. Our Pennsylvania government body is right now redesigning our state college system to accommodate it. You can also find these same ideals on the CDC website. It's everywhere. Unfortunately, many arrogant politicians, professors, and media outlets have been intimidating innocent people and pushing this woe is me view on life for some time. They have used it to try and keep a significant amount of people exactly where they want them and use them over and over to achieve their own successes. That is the definition of oppression. They are the ones doing it. Teaching critical race theory, or whatever new term initialization they are using that means the same thing, is also doing it. CRT and protesting groups claim that you must react because you are now somehow channeling the pain from your ancestors and need to blame the white people of today for it. Equal rights for all and the heroes that led that era are a major part of our history. They were Black and white Americans that fought passionately and paved the way for every American citizen, regardless of color, gender, nationality, to be whatever they wanted to be. And they deserve all the credit. Not a race-biased group of finger pointers dredging up old bad feelings that had nothing to do with anyone in this day and age personally, and assuming somehow demeaning innocent children will make them feel better and call it a class. This is not or will ever be your movement. You have no business as a professional educator to make a student feel responsible for any historical event. Teach them that in our history, you will find regret and respect for all of the people and events that have happened, and that as a country, we have learned from and overcame many mistakes. Us together have made the United States the most respected and powerful country in the world, no matter what anyone tries to tell you. You must challenge students with classes that will only affect their futures in a positive way, without ever mentioning the color of their skin. Critical race theory is just another tool promoting racial division, attempting to chain down our soaring eagles, and this idea should have been thrown in the trash the second it was suggested, and we have to make sure it gets in there now.